Welcome back to another episode of This Might Not Land with CJ Guess and myself, Jasmine Twineham. And we're so glad to be here. This is a podcast that'll always pass the Bechdel test because we like to talk about each other and ourselves and our lives and less about men. And yeah. How's your week been going? Okay, what books have you been reading?
My week's been fine.
Okay, good.
I'm exhausted and it's Monday. But I'm fine. Everything's fine. It's fine.
We should cut in some flames behind you. Special effects. This is good.
No, it's been fine. Yeah, it's been fine. There's nothing to complain about, but I'm just tired.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Anyway.
You're doing great.
How's your week been?
I don't really remember it, so I guess fine.
It's been fine.
I kind of black out.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. When people ask me how my week's been, I'm like, I actually don't know. I don't remember it.
Yeah. I will say I did get sunburn yesterday, as you do know, and it's
really bad.
She's bad. It's so bad. And I did put sunscreen on, but I did not reapply, which was the issue.
Big problem.
But I got 18,000 steps in yesterday. So.
I think I got 11,000 yesterday.
Dang.
I don't know why.
Didn't you go to the park? No, you went golfing.
Yep, that's why I went golfing.
Yeah.
I totally forgot.
Yeah.
I'm so tired today. I don't know why.
Wake up.
My mom's coming into town, and I think that when my mom's coming into town, love my mom. I just think I'm oh, I got to do this, and I got to do this, and I got to do this, and I got to do this. So my mind is racing. So then I'm just tired.
You know who taught you that for when guests come?
My mom.
Your mom. Yeah.
No, my mom's actually very chill about when she comes over. She helps cook and clean and take care of Walter and stuff.
That's sweet.
But yeah, I'm just I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I'm glad your week has been forgettable.
It has been. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've still been crying every day. That's not really changed.
I was about to ask because we normally will do we'll normally do what's been bringing you joy this week, what's been bringing you peace this week, and I was I should just throw a curveball and look at Jasmine and be so Jasmine, what's been making you cry this week?
That is so good, and honestly, everything always makes me cry. But just being reflective on my life, that's what's made me cry, because I've really just been able to look at it with no distractions or anything and just be oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
What now? What am I going to do with this
What's
information
next?
now?
Yeah.
And how do I go forward? What does that look like? And how do I be a healthy person? And, all the things, because I just want to, have continuous improvement.
Yeah.
I've talked about week after week. But yeah, that's what's been making me cry this week. Thank you for asking.
What is life if you're not crying every day?
Yeah. Honestly, I used to feel really bad for it. I used to be told, oh, you're just overly emotional. You're so emotional. I'm regulating myself, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's healthy to cry. I don't know.
I always tell people that I think tears are your emotions that are inside finally releasing.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that you've been penting up, finally coming out,
it's oh, overflowing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. Hello.
Well, Jasmine, how was your week off of reading?
Honestly, my brain was so clear. And it did what it was supposed to, because you're supposed to just kind of confront everything in your life and stop distracting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And did that.
Oh,
yeah. Good. So that's why I was crying.
Oh, perfect.
Because I'm oh,
because you weren't reading.
Because I wasn't reading. I didn't have a book to distract me, and I didn't watch TV this week.
Mm-hmm.
I still doom scrolled though. I won't lie, but
mood.
Sometimes you just need that. You know, it's a nice little fix. Just anyway, but I'm happy to get back to reading.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Yeah.
What have you been reading? How was your week of reading?
I finished a book called Touched by Fire by Kel Carpenter. I saw a book talk on it. It was like, if you like K-pop demon hunters but want it spicy, you should read this book. And I read it and I was like, there's no
spice?
I mean, there's spice, but there's not like banter.
Oh.
So like it was kind of boring.
That was kind of boring.
I thought it was kind of boring.
K-pop demon hunters though, great, and we should rewatch that.
It's so good. But I have been reading Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Yes,
it's so good.
Tell me about this.
It's like one of the few books. Like it's like y'all might not know. I mostly listen to audiobooks because I drive so much during the day, so I just get to listen to audiobooks and like just take it in as it goes. And so I just got a Kindle though because I wanted to start like actually reading, and reading on my phone hurts my eyes. And for some reason, when I read a paperback book, I just fall asleep, or like I just start
relaxing.
I just start looking like to see how many pages are left in the chapter.
Oh,
because
I do that too.
I'll be like, oh, I'm almost done, right? So I got a Kindle so that it was easier on my eyes, and so that it would tell me how long I had left in the chapter.
Isn't it so nice?
But like I've been staying up so late reading this book because it's so good. I'll be like, oh, I'm at a boss fight. Just one more chapter, and then I'll finish it, and I'll be like,
just one more.
But what happens now? They fought the boss. Now what happens? And so like I've been really into it. But it's about basically this like the earth all collapses like all at once, and only people that were outside at like 2:30 in the morning survive, and they basically get told that they have to go into this dungeon that's like 18 layers, and they have to like fight their way through the dungeon to hopefully get to the 18th level and then get all their stuff back and like resume like life as normal. But like if not, you die.
Ooh.
And so
you better make it.
And it's funny. It's like Hunger Games mixed with like Dungeons and Dragons mixed with
fun.
It's so fun. It's so fun and funny.
Because you really love. Is it considered fantasy still?
I would think so.
Okay, or sci-fi maybe.
It's science fantasy. So both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait. So, and I feel like you should tell people about that really cool app you found, or the workout program you found.
Yeah, I was gonna if we got to a point where we were talking about what's been bringing us joy this week. I found this workout like it's a program. It's called Whimsy Forge, and it's like aimed at book girlies who don't like working out but they love reading.
Yeah.
And so you can pick one of 3 tracks or guilds. You can be a dragon rider, a midnight assassin, or a lunar apocalypse. I haven't read the series with the lunar apocalypse, so I'm not really sure.
Okay.
But I've read the other 2 series. And so like the dragon rider track is based on Rebecca Yarrow's Fourth Wing and Iron Flame.
Yeah.
And then the Midnight Assassin is based on the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. And like basically the workouts are like molded around like what you would need to be a dragon rider.
Yeah.
And like when you pick like the dragon rider class, you do like it's like a 15-week workout plan. The dragon rider one is, and you like have to buy a sword and stuff, and you learn how to like fight with a sword as part of the workout. Cool. And then like you learn like there's just a whole bunch of stuff. It's so fun. It's so cool. Fun. I started it today, and like it's good. Literally all abs was today was like sucking in your stomach and holding it for like 10 seconds and letting go in like different positions. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Crazy. My abs hurt.
Yeah, I bet. That's awesome.
It's so fun.
Wait, how long are the workouts?
She tries to keep them no longer than 30 minutes a day.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I love a good 30 minutes.
Yeah.
In and out.
So she was a mom, basically. Like I read her thing. Her name is Charity.
Let's give it up for Charity.
But Charity Grace is her name. So she like basically she was like, people tried to put me in boxes, be an athlete or the artist, the mother or the entrepreneur. the homemaker or the adventurer, but none of those boxes ever fit. So I broke the rules. I competed on Ninja Warrior. While sharing my artistry, I homeschooled 2 kids while building a business. I made a home while living on a sailboat. Aww. And in blending strength with creativity, motherhood with performance, and homemaking with adventure, I discovered something powerful. When you refuse the boxes, you don't become less, you become more. Aww. And so, like, she did all these things while being a mom.
Wait, that's amazing.
Yeah, I think it's so cool. So I'm happy to support it and try it out and see how it goes.
Okay, is it like a paid program?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
It's like $100 per track. So like mine was $100 for a 15-week program.
Oh, that's not bad.
But I think the other ones are 8 weeks, but I'm not sure. Okay. Don't quote me on it. It's like $100 for 8 weeks typically.
Okay.
But you have access to that workout track for the rest, like forever.
Oh, so you can go back to it. Yeah,
so you can go back and do it again.
It's just like you buy the...
Yeah.
Okay.
So like,
that's cool.
I know you haven't read the Fourth Wing series, but like even the Dragger Rider, even the Dragon Rider track has like 3 different levels, because when you go to like the War College in Basgiath in the Fourth Wing series, there's 3 years of college. So you're first year, second year, third year.
Okay.
And so you can do the program 3 times as different years, and the exercises get harder. Like she'll do, if you're a first year, just do this. If you're a second year, start doing this and with it to make it harder. And if you're a third year, we're going to crank it all the way up, and we're going to...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's so cool.
That it makes it feel more interactive.
Yes.
Than like just trying to do some...
On top of all of that, like when you buy that membership, like you get access to like a social media that's like completely based on that. There's a lot of cosplay that like people will post. Yeah. There's like crafts to like help you make stuff. There's even like workout attire that like goes with whatever guild you pick. So like there's like a whole Dragon Riders attire that you can get to like...
As you should
dress
too.
Up. Wesley wants me to really bad, but
I'm sure.
But like Dragon Riders, they wear a lot of leather, and I find leather really constricting.
Yeah, it's pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't find it comfy. So, but it's so fun. It's been bringing me a lot of joy thinking about it and doing it.
Yeah.
I even got up out of bed this morning and did a workout instead of like doing it when I got home.
Okay, I wondered, you were saying, I'm like, wait, when did you end up doing it?
I also did it when I came home. So I did one this morning and then one when I came home, because there were 2 videos.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I love it so much. I've been letting all of my friends know that I've like read those series. I'm like, look at this workout series I found. It's so fun.
I know. I wish I could get into fantasy, but I really can't.
I love fantasy.
I don't know why. I enjoy watching it, but I can't read it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I do not follow.
Can't relate.
Ish me.
It's an issue. I can't relate.
Yeah.
Something we talked about with this podcast was kind of sharing some of our stories to kind of just help other people feel not so alone necessarily.
And connected in such a big world.
Yeah.
And things are crazy.
Yeah. And so a big thing for both of us has been our spiritual journeys, our journeys of faith, and how we've gotten to where we are now. And so we figured we would start this week with me sharing how I got to here. Mm-hmm. And then sometime in the future, Jasmine sharing how she got to where she is.
Yeah. I'm still figuring it out. I don't even know how I got to where I am.
Same.
A good idea, but yeah. We're not like a faith-based podcast, I wouldn't say.
No, but I feel like I bring it up a lot. I feel like we both bring it up a lot. Out of
frustration. Well, it's just like natural in our conversation, and we've known each other through all of our transitions in life, and so
here's why.
Yeah, and back to you.
Yeah. Okay, so where I am now, I was talking to you about this earlier. Like, I don't know if I should start with like where I am now and go back, or start with like where I started and get to where I am now.
I would maybe start with where you started. Okay. And then work your way to like right now.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So I grew up in the Church of God Anderson. Not Church of God Cleveland. Not the ones. I don't
even know the difference.
Not the ones with the snakes is what we would always say.
That's crazy.
Church of God Cleveland is very Pentecostal, very charismatic. Church of God, Anderson is not Pentecostal and less charismatic, but still a little charismatic.
Okay.
But
Well, that makes sense why you didn't have the snakes.
Yeah, no snakes. I grew up in the Church of God at Anderson. My dad was a pastor my entire life, still is a pastor today.
You're a PK.
PK.
Pastor's kid.
Yes. I had 3 siblings. Grew up in the church, like, as a pastor's kid, if you know a pastor's kid or if you've met a pastor's kid, at church all the time. Every dinner, you're setting up tables, setting up chairs. Every time somebody needs help setting up something, I'm like, can I help? I'm a pastor's kid. I know how to do it.
Yeah.
Like, I can get this done so quick.
Yeah.
So grew up a pastor's kid in the Church of God at Anderson. When I was 14, my parents moved me to Alaska. And from Ohio. Yeah. So leaving everything I knew to go to this very cold, dark place with like one person I knew because I met her when I traveled to Alaska when I was 5 years old.
Okay.
So she was the only person I knew, and I hadn't seen her in 10 years. And so they moved us to this church in Fairbanks, which ended up being really like amazing. I met my like very best friend.
Yeah.
I believe with all my heart that God placed us there at the same time and took us away at the same time for a reason.
Yeah, totally.
But anyway, so moved to Alaska, and before that, like, I went to summer camps. I did all the church things. When I was 5 years old, I had this dream. It was a nightmare that, like, in order to become a Christian, you had to pass like all these like trials, and you had to like basically like platform jump places, like basically be like American Ninja Warrior to become a Christian. And
well, that is how the church makes it.
So I told my mom that, and she was like, no, baby, like, you don't have to do that. You literally just have to ask Jesus into your heart. So when I was 5 years old, I was like, okay, I'm going to ask Jesus in my heart.
Yeah.
And then, you know, whatever. 14 comes around, and I started taking it really seriously because, you know, my whole life had just been uprooted. And so, like, I fell back on faith because it was the only thing that really made sense to me at the time. So I was in Alaska. I was, you know, like, really committed to my faith. Just like anytime there was a youth event, anything, I was like, sign me up, I'm there. Bringing my friends, you know, like going to school and being like, it's my ministry to be in public school because I was homeschooled. And just like all of those things. And then I think a really big part of me deconstructing was when I was like 15, my brother came out as, man, this is like hard to explain. It's very important. Like, came out as lesbian and then came out as trans a couple years later.
Yeah.
And transitioned and is a trans man. And so, but I remember just like hearing things people in the church would say to him, like, somebody told him, we'll always love you no matter what you are. Which, like, is well-intentioned, but
there's so many well-intentioned.
You can just end it with, we'll always love you.
Yeah.
Full stop.
Yeah, that's it.
And then had a ton of tattoos. Somebody was like, so when are you going to get those tattoos removed? So, like, just like stuff like that. And then, so I still took my faith really seriously, moved back to Ohio my senior year. And I was very excited because Northeast Ohio Church of God has a student leadership team, which is like when you're in high school, you can like be a part of the student leadership team. You can like help plan youth events, help decide the speaker, like all of these things that you like get to help with. You get to set up and take down. You get to, you know, like just like, I thought it was so cool. I got to like be in leadership as a high schooler.
Yeah.
So cool. Like one of my lifelong dreams.
Yeah.
Because I saw my older siblings do it and I really wanted to.
Yeah.
So I was really excited when we moved back my senior year to Ohio. I was just like very excited to be a part of this youth leadership team. Loved it. Also, when I was 16, backing up a little bit, I went to a youth retreat and the sermon was on like finding your place. something about me, I've always felt out of place. I've never felt like I've really had a place in friendships or a place in just life.
Yeah.
And I remember talking to a girl in my youth group about some stuff that was going on with her. And I just remember like very clearly in my head hearing like, CJ, this is your place.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. So I took that to mean this is my call to ministry. Like I'm meant to be in ministry. So fast forward to through high school, you know, student leadership team, loved that, you know, loved being on stage, like loved leading other people to Jesus, like all of those things big for me. So I graduated from high school and I went to college at Mid-America Christian University and studied ministry. Around the end of freshman year, I started really questioning some stuff. Like, I was still really strong, like really strong in my faith. But I remember I started really questioning abortion. And I'm not sure, I think I had like a philosophy and ethics class that talked about abortion. And like, to my professor's credit, like came from all sides, you know, didn't tell me which side to believe. And I think it was the first time that I was ever like not told what to believe, but just encouraged to like think.
Yeah, think for yourself.
Yeah.
And that had to have been around the time we met.
Yeah, it was right before.
Okay, yeah.
So philosophy and ethics class where I finally start like questioning some of these things and I'm encouraged to think about things. I started being like, why are we so against abortion?
Right.
Because the statistics I saw and see to this day.
Yeah, mind you.
Like 92% of abortions are necessary.
Yeah.
It's not like convenient. Oh, I got pregnant and I don't want this baby. It's like, this baby's going to kill me if I keep it.
Yeah.
Like, it's stuff like, I mean, I technically had an abortion in January. This is not coming out on its own, so we're going to have to abort it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'm going to get sepsis and die.
Right.
And so I started seeing like all these statistics and, you know, just starting questioning like, why do we make this like such a big deal when like, I understand I would never get an abortion willingly.
Right.
Like if it was something, if it wasn't going to cost me my life, I don't think I don't think I would get an abortion willingly. I can't say that for other people. And why would I?
Right.
Like
case by case. It's
also, if you are having a baby and like, don't think you can afford it, adoption's a great option. I know tons of people that want babies.
Yeah.
I would love another baby. Like, you know, like I'm telling you listening right now, if you get pregnant and you don't want your baby, I will adopt it. Just let me know.
Yeah, genuinely.
But like, who am I to say what's good for someone else?
Right.
So I started really questioning that. And I would hear a lot of different things, right? Like, well, I would say, what about rape victims? And I would get the response, well, like, are you just going to return an evil for evil? Like, you're just going to take this sinful thing that happened and just like commit more sin. But then I'm like, this rape victim, like if they have their baby, their entire life, they're going to look at this child and see the consequences of them being raped, which wasn't their fault in the first place.
Right. And they weren't asking for it.
And so I started like, I think that was like a really big turning point for me was like I went to the March for Life when I was a kid. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
I never made it. Thank God.
was very pro-life until I hit college and I just was like, no, I'm pro-choice. Yeah. I'm pro-choice.
Well, I think we both say we're really just all pro all life.
Yes, pro all life.
Yeah.
That's what people normally ask me, which I think was my response right after that class when I came home for the summer and I met you.
Yeah.
And you said, what do you think of abortion?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm pro-life, but I'm pro all life.
Yeah.
I'm pro the mom that might die if she has this baby. I'm pro the mom after she gives birth to this baby. I'm pro the children that's parents aren't taking care of them. Like, I am pro making all of that better for them.
Yeah.
And I think that's when I started becoming liberal.
Yeah. And also pro the woman who did decide to have an abortion.
Yes. Pro all life.
People.
Like, it sucks. I don't know a single person that's like had an abortion that didn't think it sucked.
Right. Yeah, I don't think people are going around being like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I love this.
Right. And like Wesley and I talk about this all the time where it's like a bell curve.
Yeah.
Where it's like people on this side that like, you know, have abortions for convenience. And there's people on this side that like are just like completely anti-abortion. And then there's all these people in between. And we make laws and legislation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Based on one side or the other. And it's like 90% of the people are in this one. My problem with abortion, my main problem with abortion, and the reason that I will continue to fight to be pro-choice forever is because when you outlaw abortion, women suffer. Like,
but that's the point, CJ.
There's been case after case. Like when I was pregnant with Walter, there was a woman that fell down the stairs while she was pregnant. Her baby died, and she got tried for manslaughter.
What?
I'm not kidding.
What state was that?
I don't remember, but I read it and I was like, I looked at Wesley because at the time we lived in the attic of our house. There were 3 staircases for me to do laundry.
Right.
I was like, if I fell down these stairs and miscarried,
you could be
like, I could be tried for manslaughter. Like, do you not think it's bad enough that this woman lost her child?
Right.
Are you kidding me?
That's insane.
So I will always be pro-choice for that reason.
Yep.
For that reason. Or the woman that freaking got in a car accident, and I can't remember her name. She got in a car accident and they kept
her on life support.
Wasn't
that in Georgia or something?
Yes, it was bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. Completely
Bullshit.
wrong. Mm-mm.
Crazy. Host body.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That makes... women are so much more than human incubators.
Yep. Anyway. Getting off topic.
Sorry. Well, no, that's pretty important to...
Yeah, it's a
big central
reason.
part of...
Yes, a big reason.
Yeah.
And then fast forward, there's an abortion chapel at my school.
An abortion chapel? What do you mean? Explain. Wait, what?
Somebody in our school decided that when it was their week to speak, they were going to speak on abortion. It was an old white man that spoke on it. Showed a video explaining in depth what happens in a 3rd trimester abortion. And was like, if you get pregnant, you can come to us and let us know and we'll take care of you. What they meant by they'll take care of you. And I know this because I lived in the dorms that they took care of pregnant women with.
Yeah.
When you start showing, you get moved out of the main dorms into the side dorms.
What?
Until like it's really obvious that you're pregnant, they will either say you have to marry the man that made you pregnant or you need to find a new school.
Hey, so quick question. What the
Yeah. Yeah, and this had happened a couple times. Like I knew a couple different girls that like got pregnant and then were told basically like marry the guy that got you pregnant or leave.
How about hold him accountable?
Right.
How about that?
Yes. So that was a big thing for me. Abortion, big topic that made me start
having questions.
Deconstructing.
Yeah.
Came back my sophomore year of college and I was like, I don't want to do ministry, so I'm just going to do psychology. I did psychology. It felt really wrong. So I was like, I'm going to pop back into ministry. I still took it really seriously. Like I took it so seriously. And I would look at people around me that were in my program and I'd be like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Like, do you not take ministry seriously?
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy, the stuff that you're saying and the stuff that you're doing. Like, do you not see that everyone else in the school hates you?
Right.
Like, do you not see that? Not to like...
Do you have eyes, by the way?
I'm really not trying to talk shit, but like...
No, but it's
the way it was.
Yeah.
Like, I had a class with a couple other English majors, and I was like, they would come up to me and they'd be like, CJ, you're the only ministry major I can stand in this class. Like, what are they doing? And I was like, I know. They just come off as arrogant and mean. Like, I get it.
Well, I could say something about that it breeds narcissism.
It does.
It really breeds narcissism.
I really think it does too.
Yeah.
So anyway, I graduated with my ministry degree. And I went to work as a youth pastor for 2 years. And something I was really big on teaching my students will still say it, is eventually you're not going to feel anything toward God. And so you need to lean on what you know. So like we have 4 youth retreats a year. Those are very emotional. Emotional manipulation's a big thing at youth retreats.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And everyone starts crying on the last night. It's like I really feel the Holy Spirit
the lights
here.
are low. The lights are,
everyone's
colored lights are
going.
going. Everyone's praying for each other. Everyone's crying.
And it's like, I'll be better once I get back home. Like, I'm going to live my life for God.
And then you get back home and you're like,
I'm looking at porn.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
So what I would teach is we had 4 youth retreats a year. And in between those youth retreats, I would teach stuff like theological debates. I would teach archaeology that, supports the Bible. I would teach historical things. And I would teach just like genuinely, sometimes just emotional things for them to like figure out how to deal with their emotions before they went to college.
That's so good. Because how many people even prep for that? Like,
I very much took my ministry as, I only have these kids for so long, and I'm going to make sure that the best people they can be when they leave.
Yeah.
Not just the best Christians, but the best people.
Yeah.
And so that's what I really focused on, was just growing them into good people or helping them grow into good people. Most of them had pretty good parents that were helping them already, but, like teaching them, if you have a problem with someone, well, like CJ, so-and-so is doing this and this and this. Have you told them?
Yeah. Have you talked to them about it?
Have you talked to them?
By the way, do they know?
No, you haven't talked to them. Okay. Do you want me to go and we can sit down and talk together? Cool. Okay. Let's do it.
Yeah.
At one point I looked at one girl and I said, you have a problem? You're coming to me.
Yeah.
You're not telling everyone else in the youth group. You're coming to me.
Yeah.
Because your problem is with me.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Anyway, I loved youth ministry. Yeah. I loved being a part of it. But I also just like, while I was doing it, I was like I believe this stuff, but I don't know. Like, and it's not the church that I was a youth pastor at. Like, that church is some of the most loving, caring people I know. But just while I was there, I was just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So then we moved here 2 years ago now.
Crazy.
And I got into CPE, clinical pastoral education, because my goal from the beginning has been chaplaincy. And I let the people at the church know that when they hired me as their youth pastor, before they hired me, I said, my plan is to only be here like 2 years because I need the experience so that I can do CPE.
Yeah.
And they were like, that's cool. We just need someone short term, or like at least 2 years is just what we're asking. So I was there almost exactly 2 years. And then moved to Oklahoma and started doing clinical pastoral education.
Okay.
And I did it through ACPE, which is interfaith. So it's like you're not providing spiritual care just for Christians.
Yeah.
You're providing spiritual care for everyone. People that, have left the faith, people that never had faith, Hindu, all of it. And like basically you help people find peace in whatever they believe. Because my faith's not going to help somebody at the end of their life.
No. Point blank period. It's just not.
It's not going to.
Yeah.
So I was still really questioning there, because there was like a pretty big group, or there were 4 of us that were in clinical pastoral education.
Okay.
One pretty liberal, one very not, one that was pretty charismatic.
Okay.
And me, who's like very anti-charismatic. Like, I hate, like, honestly, I think if you put me in like I don't know. I I'm not a fan of the dancing and the shouting and
the speaking in tongues.
Speaking in tongues. That's bullshit. I don't care. I don't believe in that one bit. I don't think the Bible supports it.
Yeah, it's very controversial. The church I grew up in is very like, you don't have the full Holy Spirit unless you speak in tongues.
And that's bullshit. Where in Scripture does it tell you that? Where in Scripture? Show me.
Oh my gosh, in the book of Acts, the Acts of the Apostles.
No,
that's where it says
that's not even what it says.
I know.
Oh my God.
Exactly. And that's why we're at the point where we're at. So
anyway.
Go ahead.
Anyway.
You're doing great, by the way, sweetie. Keep going. Woo!
So we talked a lot about lived theology versus embedded theology.
Ooh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
tell me more.
In clinical pastoral education, as a chaplain, you get hit with things you never thought you would see.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Ever. Like, you get hit with, a 27-year-old with cancer that's dying and has 3 kids.
Yeah.
You get hit with, a woman telling you that this is her 3rd family member that's going to die on Christmas. Like, you get hit with just so much. Like, one of the days that I explained, like, what a day in chaplaincy is like, we had a rule at the hospital I worked at where you had to see a patient within their first 3 days of being in the hospital, preferably the first day. And then if they were in the hospital 3 days longer, you would see them every 3 days. So I saw one patient on the first, let's say at the first, and then the 4th came around and they were still there. So I went and saw them again.
Okay.
So I walk in and the family's like, we're going home today. Like, his arteries unclogged or whatever, like he's good to go. Like, praise God. Thank you so much for praying for us. Like, can you do a prayer of like just Thanksgiving, just like, like thanking God for us going home. I was like, yes, let's do it. Like, so excited. So I say this prayer and I'm like, wow, I'm so excited. I'm so glad the Lord answered our prayers. Like God bless you guys. Like, have a good day, So I leave.
Yeah.
And I get a phone call and it's like the secretary for the chaplain department. And she's like, hey, this room needs a chaplain. So I go over and it's another couple that I've already seen.
Yeah.
And the wife like meets me. This is like within 10 minutes. The wife meets my eye.
Yeah.
And starts crying. And her husband, she was basically told like, your husband's going to pass away like today probably. And so she starts crying and I go hug her and she says, it wasn't supposed to end like this. He was never supposed to die first.
Oh.
So like in 30 minutes, right?
Right. Whiplash.
2 people that I prayed prayers of healing. One goes home and one dies. Right? So my lived theology started to question my like embedded theology, right? Like I've never really believed much in physical healing of the Lord, which is like kind of controversial even for me. This is why I say I'm a walking, talking contradiction. Because my mom was in a terrible accident when I was 6 and like truly, genuinely believe that God healed her.
Yeah.
But then I also don't believe in prayers of healing.
I'm right there with you.
But I tell, like when I do pray a prayer of healing, I typically will pray for God's will to be done. And for whatever that is for us to have peace about it. So I start off my like chaplain journey there and start like really questioning a lot of things and like church hopping because we had just moved here, trying to find a church to like kind of slide into, went to a bunch of churches that people never even acknowledged us. Like it was crazy.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy. I grew up in the same church for like 16 years. And so, it was just like, everyone, you do everything.
Yeah.
And then once I started visiting other places, I'm like, oh, no one talks to you.
Nobody talks to you.
Yeah, that's terrible.
It's
that's
wild.
Poor ministry.
So, yeah. So we're church hopping, you know, Wesley and I are like, do we even need to go to church? Like, I don't know. So we kind of just like went back and forth. It got to a point where I got my hospice chaplain position, and I started questioning even more, because what I was always told growing up was that like Christians, when they're at that end of life, they're very peaceful because they know where they're going. And I witnessed that with my grandma. Like, she knew where she was going. She was fine. But more often than not, like, who was peaceful at the end of their life were people that were not Christians. Like, and still, like, I see more people peaceful that are not Christians than people that are. Like, I had this one patient that, like, it was really hard for me when she passed away because she was such a good person. And I remember asking her, like, toward the end of her life, like, do you have a background in faith? Because, like, we would talk, and I just always assumed, but I never asked. And she was like, well, I grew up in the church, but I left it. And I was like, okay. And she was like, I just think that I just needed to treat people well, you know? And I was like, yeah, for sure. And so she was so peaceful at the end of her life. Like, like the most peaceful person at the end of her life, didn't believe in God, left the church. And then I have Christians all the time that are like, I'm not dying. God's going to heal me. And when it gets like to the end, they're just like so scared. They're so scared. And I started being like, well, it started with me being like, do I even believe in hell? Because like, if what I've been taught is true, and that if you're a Christian, you go to heaven, and if you're not, you go to hell, I can't reconcile that with these really great people I meet that have done so much good. I can't reconcile that with them going to hell when they were so good. So either I don't believe in hell, or I don't believe getting into heaven means you have to be a Christian. So that was where it like really started. And I started like really being like, I don't know. And when I started getting down to it, we had like kind of settled into our church, and Walter was really loved and known. And so I sat down with one of my CPE like members, Gary, shout out Gary.
Heck yeah, Gary.
Sat down, and he kind of explained to me like how people come to believe something, and it's like a circle, and like in that circle, like every time you like decide you believe something, you add a dot. And so like eventually it becomes a circle out of like all the dots that you've come to believe. And he was like, it sounds to me like you've been flicking out dots and you're down to like a square. And so you don't know what you believe because you haven't added dots back in after flicking them out. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And another thing he asked me was like, why do you go to church? Like, why do you go to church?
What is the purpose?
What's the reason for church? And I was like, I'm going to be real honest with you. I go to church because my son is really welcomed there. And he is really loved there. And he was like, that's not enough. And I was like, no, it's not. So we kind of like took a step back, stopped going, or just started going when we felt like we missed it, like we wanted to. Fast forward a little more. This is all within the last year now. Like we're up to the last year. He recommended Searching for Sunday by Rachel Held Evans. And I read that and bawled like a baby because it was the first time that I really felt seen, because I would look at the way that the church talked about the LGBTQ community and I'd be like, that's not love. And I would look at, you know, the way the church treated people that were cohabitating and I'd be like, that's not love. Like I would look at, you know, just like a lot of things, I'd be like, this is so hateful. This is hatred dressed up as Christianity.
Scary.
And I couldn't support it. And so I like, you know, let's see. So read Searching for Sunday. After Searching for Sunday, I really wanted that church community. And so we started going back again. And then just like politically, everything just kind of went crazy. And the amount of times now in social media and in the world around me that I see people use the name of Jesus to justify killing children, the name of Jesus to justify being so scared that we're letting a dictator take over our country, letting people use the name of Jesus to hate on people that are made in his image.
Yeah, a specific group just because they don't.
Just because they can.
They don't agree and they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was done.
Mm.
Like.
And good for you.
And I've been like fighting it too, because then like I've started like questioning some other stuff too, right? Like I had my miscarriage in December through the beginning of January, because miscarriages don't only take a couple days like people lead you to believe. Typically they take like a month. Yeah. So went through my miscarriage and was very comforted through it. I was very peaceful through it. I was very comforted by the people around me, and like my community just came together and loved me really hard. Yeah. And was really comforted by the belief that, you know, Jesus feels things stronger and better than I ever could. Yeah. Was very comforted by that. But then I started being like, I don't think God really cares about small things. Just like people would like text me and ask me to pray for something, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm not really sure I believe God cares. Yeah. Like, I don't know. It kind of just stopped praying. I'm still kind of on hiatus from praying other than for people. Yeah. Which is probably not great coming from a hospice chaplain, but
that's where you're at though.
Yeah, it's where I'm at. It's where I'm at. It's really where I'm at. Thank goodness that people's peace comes from their own faith and not mine, because I would not say that I have faith right now. Yeah. And I do think it might just be like a phase, because I tend to go really hard one way and then really hard another way. But a couple things that have like I've seen recently that have really like kind of put to words my reason for leaving and deconstructing was I saw a thing that was like the pipeline from kids that wore WWJD bracelets to deconstruction. Pretty common. I think it's like, I think there's a connection because, you know, you're taught to grow up asking, what would Jesus do? What would Jesus do with my actions? What would Jesus do in my situation? But then because you're taught that, you start applying that to other things. You start applying that to homelessness, to hungry children, to all these things. And so you start saying, okay, what would Jesus do to help the poor? Right. What would Jesus do to, you know, care for the widow and care for the orphan? What would Jesus do? And he, like, in the video, he went on to say, like, when you start asking all those questions, what happens is all of a sudden the question stops being, what would Jesus do? And it becomes, why aren't we doing that? Yeah.
Well, because they want Jesus to do it, not them.
Right. And so, like, that's been a big one, is me being like, why aren't we doing that? Yeah. Why aren't we doing that? Yeah. We're going to church every Sunday. We're donating to send Bibles to other countries. Why aren't we feeding our children? Yeah. Why aren't we voting for our children to be fed? Yeah.
You remember how we kind of were talking about how, like, we are the hands? Mm-hmm. And if I can real quick, share this quote that I found from Saint Teresa of Avila. Christ has no body now, but yours. No hands, no feet on earth, but yours. Yours are the eyes through which Christ looks compassion into the world. Yours are the feet with which Christ walks to do good. Yours are the hands with which Christ blesses the world.
Yeah. I've heard that one. Yeah. The other thing was, like, another video I saw of a woman saying, I didn't leave the church because I didn't take my faith seriously enough. I left the church because I took it so seriously. Yeah. And I just don't see the church doing that.
No, because it's very performative, and it's about what makes them look good.
Yeah.
And if they feel like they can have some type of grip over people, or fear that they can hold over them, it's the easiest way to control people.
Yeah.
Fear is the easiest way to
Absolutely.
control. Yeah.
So that's where I am right now. I think I might come to a middle ground at some point. Like lately I've been wanting to dive back into scripture and studying it because I know how to study the Bible because I was taught to in school.
Yeah.
Like actually taught how to look into like the Greek and the Hebrew and what the original authors meant. And so I think I want to dive back into that some more. But where I am right now is I'm just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
And that's,
that's okay.
It'll keep changing.
Yeah. I mean, we're cyclical beings and everything in life is cyclical. And so you could be at that right now and then decide like, okay, actually I want to incorporate this. Actually, I don't want to incorporate that.
Yeah.
I believe this.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I'm working on adding points back into my circle still, but.
For sure.
Yeah.
And do you feel at peace with that right now?
I do. I told my mom the other day, like, I feel more peaceful officially saying, like, we're leaving the church than I've ever felt being a part of it.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
Take from that what you will.
Yeah.
With a grain of salt. I
mean, I guess.
Yeah. We're not, like, telling you have to be any certain way.
No.
And, I mean, even just between the two of us, we have two very different experiences and paths.
Yes.
And it's my favorite topic, I feel like, to talk about with you.
Yeah.
we beat a dead horse's bush on this a lot.
Okay. Well, that was really heavy.
That was really heavy. Let's decompress. Do you have something we can decompress with?
Some fun. Who's more likely?
Yes. I hope this goes well.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
You have to actually think about them. Don't just like shout out me for all of them.
Should we do the shoe thing like they do at weddings?
No.
Point at each other?
I'm not taking my shoes off.
No, you can have mine.
Ew. Okay. Who is most likely to give all their money to charity?
I think both of us collectively.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Anytime I have extra money, I'm like, let's give it away.
Yeah.
Who is most likely to rule the world?
I want to be under your rule.
That's so funny because I was also going to be like, I would rule the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
The matriarchy is here.
She should, and I want to be her side bitch. Side bitch in waiting.
Yes. You can be my VP.
Assistant to the whatever.
the ruler.
Yeah.
Of the world.
The matriarch.
Assistant to the matriarch.
Yes.
That would be a good
great
book. Anyway. Who's the most likely to blow all of their money on an impulse buy?
I feel like that's me.
I also feel like it's you.
Because I have done that in my younger years. But now I don't really. I feel like my impulse buys are food, which is kind of necessary.
This one makes me laugh because I already know the answer. Who's most likely to throw a fit during a game of Monopoly?
Oh, you? Yeah. I mean, I would just be there silently like,
I'm such a sore loser. It's so bad.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I feel like this is stupid. I have flipped Monopoly boards before. This is so dumb.
I hate consumerism, but I want to win.
Oh, man. Who's most likely to complain about their ex?
Oh, me. Me. 1,000%. Okay, we both. All the time. We just go like back. Back and forth all the time.
We do.
But it's definitely me.
You've had a lot of bad exes.
Yeah, but also like CJ doesn't really know until like I actually go into it because I kind of just stay away when I'm dating someone bad. So it's like, ooh, actually, story time. We're so back.
Who's most likely to become a professional gambler is an interesting one.
You? I've only been gambling once.
I don't really. I mean, I've only been 4 or 5 times.
Hey, that's still more than me. You're on track to be a professional more than I am. Actually, if we can throw someone out there, it'd be Wesley.
Wesley loves his cool cats.
He's like, yeah, professional cool cats player.
Who's most likely to eavesdrop on a conversation?
You. You. 1,000%. And that's going to be you.
Eavesdropper.
Okay, but also me. I do love to know, but a lot of times I kind of just disassociate.
Hear well enough.
Yeah, I can't. I really can't. I try, and I'm like, yeah.
The amount of times that I have to go, Jasmine.
I want to eavesdrop. If I could hear, I would.
Who's most likely to have a messy room?
No, me, yeah. My room's always messy. And I clean it every day, and it's still messy. I clean it before I go to bed. I wake up, it's a mess.
Who's most likely to be picky about their food?
Walter. I feel like we're not picky.
I honestly feel like I'm probably more picky.
Really?
Yeah, because like the other day, I was like, yeah, I just don't like protein. I don't think I get enough. And you were like, do you like this? I was like, no. Do you like this? No. You like yogurt? No. You like nuts? No.
Yeah.
You like chicken? I mean, chicken's fine, but I'm hungry afterward.
That's fair, yeah.
You like beef? No, not really.
Yeah. I'm not picky. I always say I'm a human garbage disposal. So
I think that's about it.
Hell yeah, brother.
Who's most likely to run out of gas while driving?
Me. Also me.
I
like, hope I can make it.
Who's most likely to forget an important anniversary? Me, every day of the week.
I keep stuff like that in my calendar.
The other day, I told somebody that my anniversary was June 22nd.
Is it?
No. My anniversary is June 18th.
That's crazy.
For about 6 months, I told people that Walter's birthday was a month before it was.
And then, oh, right. And then I asked you, I was like, when's my birthday? And you actually guessed it.
I didn't guess it. I know it.
Okay. But
do I?
You said it the other. You want to
say it again? September 19th?
Oh, no.
23rd.
18th.
18th. But shit. It's the 18-19 birthdays because I can never for the life. I've had a friend I've had since I was 13. I can't remember her birthday to save my life. I know it's August.
Sorry.
It's August 17th, 18th, or 19th. It's one of those. I have it in my calendar. It reminds me now. It's fine.
Yeah. I know yours is December 1st, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm also like, so it's my birthday. And then my friend Grant, his birthday is October 1st. And then my friend Mariah's is November 1st. And then yours is December 1st. So I'm just like, okay.
Got all
these
the firsts.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just remember to text
funny.
Everyone. CJ, I know we've been going off, or you've been going off about everything, but
I know. I feel like I've done so much talking today.
That's okay. Could you also just go off, Queen?
Yes. So a woman I really love, I already mentioned her, Rachel Held Evans.
Okay. Yes.
Do you know much about her?
No, I just know about Searching for Sunday.
Okay. So Rachel Held Evans was a blogger. And much like me, she started kind of seeing things in the church that she was like, this is weird. Marks. Yeah. I don't know what to think about this. She's like well studied. She was an American columnist and author. Her book, A Year of Biblical Womanhood, was a New York Times bestseller in ebook nonfiction.
I have that on my to-read list.
And Searching for Sunday was a New York Times bestseller nonfiction paperback. She was born in Alabama. And when she was 14, she and her family moved to Tennessee, where her father took a position, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, really? What part of Tennessee?
Dayton.
Oh.
She received her Bachelor's of Arts. She majored in English and received her Bachelor of Arts in 2003. She moved to Chattanooga to intern for Chattanooga Free Times Press. She worked full-time for the local paper. In September 2008, Evans signed with Zondervan for her first book, Evolving in Monkeytown. The book explored her journey from religious certainty to a faith which accepts doubt and questioning.
Yeah.
The title was based on the Scopes monkey trial that took place in Dayton. Her second book, A Year of Biblical Womanhood, How a Liberated Woman Found Herself Sitting on Her Roof, Covering Her Head and Calling Her Husband Master, was published in October 2012. She recounts how she spent an entire year of living a biblical lifestyle, literally. The book also garnered national media attention for Evans as she appeared on the Today Show. In 2015, she wrote a column in the Washington Post, "Want Millennials Back in the Pews? Stop Trying to Make Church Cool."
Yeah.
In the column, she self-identified as a millennial and expressed her belief that churches attempting to attract more millennials were wrong in their approach because they focused primarily on stylistic aspects of the church experience, which are not the key to drawing millennials back to God in a lasting and meaningful way. Young people don't simply want a better show. Barack Obama appointed Evans to the President's Advisory Council on Faith-Based and Neighborhood Partnerships in January 2016.
Wow.
In early August 2016, Evans published an editorial for Vox, VOX, defending her pro-life Christian position and support for Democratic candidate.
Nice.
In 2018, Held Evans and Sarah Bessey co-funded the Evolving Faith Conference, an annual gathering for young progressive Christians. Anyway, so she just was like this person that came and said, "Hey, are you struggling? Me too. Let's talk about it." And her Searching for Sunday book is the like byline or whatever is like loving, leaving, and finding the church, and just all of the things that she struggled with. She tragically passed away.
Really?
Yeah, she died in 2019. She was 37 years old.
I didn't know that.
She was placed in a medically induced coma following an allergic reaction to a medication for an infection. By May 2nd, severe swelling of the brain worsened her condition, and she died on May 4th. Something that's really beautiful about her passing was it's not beautiful. She had 2 children. I think maybe 3 when she passed away. And she was working on her first children's book. It's called What Is God Like? And she was working on it. And when she passed away, her husband and one of her best friends finished it and released it. And I have it. And I read it to Walter sometimes.
That's
but
sweet.
yeah, I just think that I know for me, she was a lifeboat of sorts when I felt like, I don't know what I believe anymore. She really was able to pull me back and remind me of the really beautiful things of the church and Christianity and, but also leave room for there to be doubt.
Yeah.
And I just think she was so important. And
That's beautiful.
I think there's a reason some people die young.
Yeah. Honestly.
So.
Kind of jealous of that.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah.
I love her. I think very highly of her. I think depending on who you talk to in the church, they might not, but I know for me she's a big reason that I didn't just say and leave.
Yeah.
So
I'm proud of you.
I love her. I cry thinking about her a lot.
Yeah.
And I know for my older brother Harris, she was a big part of his journey too. So anyway,
amazing.
That's a woman I love.
Thanks for sharing everything that you shared today.
No problem.
I know sometimes it can feel intimidating and scary. It's I have all of these things in my brain and
so much.
And it might not land.
That's
okay.
You might hate me. That's fine.
But you always have a seat at my table.
Yes. At the end of the day, I just want myself and my family to love people.
Yeah.
Even if that means being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So
100%.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway.
Should we wrap out?
I spilled ice on my hoochie.
Oh my. That's
Just
crazy.
kidding.
She really did. And we have 20 seconds left.
Okay, well, thank you for listening. Again.
And remember to be the Leslie Knope that your community needs. And we will be back next week
with another episode of this might not land.
I guess so. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.